Hello Libra, this is Ashley. We're going to be doing your reading for the week of September 5th. Specifically looking at what the new moon in Virgo is going to bring up for you, because it is taking place on September 6th, I believe. Alright, so we're going to look at past, present, future, do a 9-card spread. Just kind of get an idea of where you're at and where you're headed. Could be seeing 3-2-3-2 or 2-3-2-3. Definitely some change coming in for you with those both reducing to the number 5. So you might also be seeing 5s. So just heads up on that. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for a full picture of what is going on for you that second week of September. And if you're interested in a personal reading, go ahead and check out the link below in the description box to the Astrological Connections website. You can also follow me on Instagram, where I do daily posts on the alignments for astrology, as well as some tarot that goes along with that. And please like and subscribe. So let's get into it. What do we got going on for Libra, week of September 5th? Alright. We have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We have the World, the Three of Swords, and Justice. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, and the Sun. The 5 of Swords, the Moon, and the 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. Some sort of ending going on for you. Some ending of a cycle here. But I feel like the ending is directly tied to a choice that you're going to have to make. There is a bit of mental conflict going on about a particular decision for your future. But following this week, it looks like you're coming in a strong position. And I think you're probably going to find the most peace and happiness when it comes to kind of going more into your feminine energy. So meditation, just quiet reflection, or even just sitting out in nature could be really good medicine for you at this time. So let's have a deeper look. We have the Treasure Island Oracle, and it's sitting in the reverse position. You can see it's a little sea turtle, and he's got a treasure chest on its back. And when it's in the reverse, it's talking about a lack consciousness. That could be in money, that could be in love, where we just kind of feel like we have a really downcast view on life, like we're not worthy, or I'm never gonna find love again, or I'm never gonna make more money. It's just kind of this like really negative outlook on our own abundance, no matter what area of life that's coming in as. I do feel like you're probably working a lot right now. And it's crazy how many different cards we have of someone sitting in the meditation position. So definitely look into that, because I think that's going to play a big role for you in the next week. Alright, let's see. Let's get some more clarifiers here for this past position. So something's closed out. There's been a cycle that has ended. for you in some area of your life. But I think because it's come to an end, you're kind of almost going into this stressed out state of mind about now what is kind of what I'm getting. So why do we get the World? The Page of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Definitely, I mean, the first thing that I'm getting from that is I feel like you've maybe learned about someone that's in a relationship with someone else. With the Two of Pentacles, we're getting the Four of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So that was our card at the bottom of the deck. So the overall energy could be getting quite a bit of intuitive hits at this time. Where we have the Five of Swords. Chariot. Lots of Cancer showing up here. And the Nine of Pentacles. So it almost feels like a fear of moving into independence. Like a relationship has come to an end. I do kind of feel like this Queen of Wands here is almost like the other woman energy. It doesn't have to be a woman per se. It could be, we do have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. But that's, honestly, that's what's coming through for me. Now, I do feel like there's a good chance here that your confidence is a little bit knocked by this ending. It's kind of like it's zapped your confidence. Could be a little bit of internet spying going on here, social media accounts being looked at. That could be you spying or someone spying on you. I do kind of feel like it's you, Libra, so not to call you out or anything, but it's almost like you're onlooking perhaps this person from the past. It almost feels like self-torture here because you already know there's another person involved. And with this overall general mood of lack, it does feel like self-torture. So if you're doing that, knock it off. You're not helping yourself. You're making yourself feel worse, okay? With the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Four of Wands, there's definitely a decision here about how we're intuitively going to move forward into the future. And overall, that's kind of the gist that I'm getting, is that there's a little bit of fear of kind of stepping forward into your own independence, kind of taking control. It's like, it's scary because we don't know what is coming in. But that's why we watch tarot, right? We try and get some insights as to what kind of energies we might be experiencing. Now, one thing I'll mention, Libra, before I forget, is that shortly after this new moon, Mercury enters his retrograde shadow in your sign of Libra. And so there's going to be a whole lot of relationship review for everyone. But it'll have a stronger impact on you because it is in your sign of Libra. So just heads up. So this could be why we're kind of sitting in this almost like energy of self-torture. Like, what does she have that I don't have? Or what does he have that I don't have? You know, just kind of like this self-deprecating kind of energy. It doesn't feel very good, for sure. But I think the root of it is maybe not even the relationship itself. Like, of course, there's probably regrets that it didn't work out, and there's pain associated with that. There's maybe feelings of rejection, but I think deep down, the real fear is, can I be abundant and independent and move into my future with some kind of confidence, right? Which leads us to the present moment, and we get the full egg, well, sorry, it's not a full moon. It's called the egg moon. And you can see that there's this pair of ducks. There you have their nest. And then there's this like translucent, transparent egg. And there's this feminine sitting inside this egg. So it's like a rebirth is about to take place. And the whole card is talking about trust. And I know that based on what we've seen in the past here, that trust is something that's presenting as a challenge for you. We have the Three of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Moon. Yeah, lots of fear coming in about the future, fear of the future, deep emotions, but also too, a lot of deep intuition going on here. Could have very strong Cancer placements. If not, that energy is coming through, that very deep Cancerian intuition. And we also have, so this is an interesting depiction of the Three of Swords. So it's like heartbreak. You can see like in the background, there's this image of someone crying tears. And the person that's kind of curled up on the ground here is holding their head on like the outside of a closed door. So there is like this feeling of rejection, right? And I like this depiction of the Two of Wands because she's kind of like looking towards the future. She's got her telescope and is kind of looking out into the abyss here as to what might be coming in. So let's get some more detail here. So for the Virgo New Moon, it could very well be that you might want to set some intentions about, or just have some brainstorming about what you intuitively feel is going to happen. And, you know, just make yourself a list of things that could come through. I think sometimes just having a rough draft of some ideas of what we might want moving forward can kind of get us out of this like nothing ever good is going to happen again kind of mood. What do we have? The Three of Swords. We have the Strength card. Could have been dealing with a Leo. That's also showing up with that Queen of Wands. Yeah. Having the courage to move forward. Goodness. Let's see. Two of Wands. Ace of Swords. Five of Swords. So that's the second time it's come up. And with the Moon, the Six of Swords. And the Star. So, I mean, we couldn't get more clear here. It's just a fear of moving forward is really what's coming in. It's like repeating over and over. So I do feel like you need to have some trust. It does look like there is a choice that gets made here. I do feel like you're on the verge of a strong decision. And when it comes to the Ace of Swords, it can not only be like a new beginning, it can require sacrifice. But I think what you're sacrificing is the drama of the past, the mental torture that you're putting yourself through, or that you're experiencing at this time. So in order to move forward with any kind of confidence, you really have to get rid of the negative thoughts that are going on here. So in the future, we have quieting the mind. And I think you've got a lot of mental strife going on. So like I said, getting into maybe a meditation practice, even if it's just 5 minutes a day for the next week or so, is probably going to prove very hopeful for you. We have Justice. So that's you, Libra, coming in a strong position. The Sun and the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like when you finally decide to just silence that negative mental chatter, suddenly life looks so much more bright and happy and full of potential. With the Sun card, and look, she's meditating. So I know some people despise the thought of meditation, but I couldn't recommend it enough. All right, let's get some more detail here. And keep in mind that this past thing that happened, it could very well be a job. It doesn't have to be the other woman, like somebody left you for someone else. It could just be that, you know, with the World here, some cycle ended. Could be a job. Let's see, Justice, Temperance, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I almost feel like you need to decide that it's time to heal. And that can be in all aspects, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. What do we have? The Sun. We have the Page of Cups. And the Nine of Wands. And with the Nine of Pentacles, which is the second time this has shown up, we get the High Priestess and the Nine of Cups. So I really feel like intuitively you already know what you want. You already know what your dream come true would be. It's just a matter of getting out of the head and following that intuition. Because the Queen of Swords, she's clear. She knows what she wants. She cuts out the crap and she goes for it. And oddly enough, with the Queen of Swords being an air sign representative or archetype or whatever you want to call it, when I see the court cards for the Swords suit, the Queen of Swords feels almost like the one card that is not experiencing a ton of mental chatter. Like she is clear and decisive. And so I think once you decide that it's time for you to heal and to kind of quiet that mental chatter, then it all opens up. You start following your intuition and it pays off. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is an independent energy that is happily independent and that's like pre-Empress energy. You can be all abundant as you get all of your feminine energies in line. But I think it looks good from both angles here. It's like decisive action. You know, just trust that you already know intuitively that it's going to be fine, and I think that it will be. But definitely consider some meditation, because that's like 1, 2, 3. Might even have a fourth card here somewhere that's pointing to that. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Hang in there. Enjoy the moon. Expect change, because that's what's coming in. And definitely check out your other placements and give me a like and a comment if this is your reading. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.